That's good. I had a question. I was trying to ask your desk officer, or whoever. Sorry, I just ran up the stairs. Yeah, I was just trying to ask her a question. She wanted to know what my address was, and I asked her what hers was, but she didn't want to tell me. But so anyway, I figured we're all created equal. I guess that's what the Declaration says, you know, that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. So the question I have there, Officer Potter, is, you know, all men are created equal, so I'm wondering, you know, when I watch all these videos and study, you know, politics and study, you know, the founding of our country and all this stuff here, you know, I think about how it's really intimidating when a cop, you know, comes up to me, and not just me, but, you know, other people in this country. You know, it's like there's an intimidation factor. And what I'm seeing is that this country, you know, the people who are usurping their authority over others are wanting to take away the rights of the people as far as gun ownership goes. So it would seem to me that that would be against the founding of our country, when our forefathers said that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
The police officer's job is to enforce the law. So if you have an issue with the law, you're going to have to take that up with the legislature, because the police officers don't have any authority to change the law.
Right, you guys have a job, right?
Right.
Yeah. That means that you do work, you obey your commander, right?
Sure.
Okay. And that your job is to listen to your commander, correct?
No, my job is to enforce the law.
Enforce the law. Which law? There's several different laws. Are you enforcing Supreme Court rulings?
We don't specifically enforce Supreme Court rulings, no. Supreme Court rulings are just interpretations of laws. So we use their rulings as guidelines as to how to enforce the law. Right.
Well, I do notice that there was a Supreme Court ruling about, you know, taking a right and adding a tax onto it, or a license or something like that, was against the Constitution. But anyway, you know, Mr. Potter, the whole thing is that the way I see it is that if I'm approached by an officer who is enforcing the law, you know, whatever law, I don't think he's, you know, my personal opinion, they're not enforcing laws that are constitutional, but that's irrelevant. So they bring a gun to the confrontation. They got the intimidating factor. And, you know, I watch video after video after video after video of example, an officer was asking a lady to roll her window down all the way because he feared for his safety. He's the one with the gun, and she was just some 98-pound college girl. And she was like, well, what's the law? Does the law say that? He had a ticket in his hand. All she had to do was sign it. And the guy is like, I'm fearing for my safety, ma'am. Roll down the window. Eventually, he broke the lady's window and dragged her out of the car and handcuffed her. Now, it would seem to me that if all men are created equal, and if she had a gun and he had a gun, that might have evened it out a little bit. Or if he would have not had a gun and she would have not had a gun, that would have been an equal standing. But
I comment on that. Is there something that I?
Well, why? Okay, well, Mr. Potter, why can't you comment on that? Is it because
the video, I don't have all the facts, so it'd be incorrect for me to make a statement based on what you're telling me.
Yeah,
There's something that I can help you with today.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how come you guys have guns and the people don't.
Well, Frank, I can tell you from personal experience, I've been shot at twice in the last year. So, in a perfect world, cops wouldn't need guns. But unfortunately, I didn't do anything to provoke those shootings. It was just the fact that I was wearing a uniform.
Yeah.
So there is a reason for police officers to carry guns.
Yeah.
And it's because there's a very real threat out there that we need to protect the public from and protect ourselves from.
Yeah. Well, what about the citizens? What about us? Do you think we have a right to protect ourselves?
You absolutely do, and you can carry a gun if you qualify for a carry.
Okay, well, isn't that a right?
You can carry a gun.
All right. Well, didn't the Constitution say that our right to bear arms shall not be infringed? Why would you want to try to infringe it if that's the law?
Well, I'm not infringing on any of your rights to
No.
bear arms. So
No, is the law okay? Is the law, our codes infringing on the law?
I'm not quite sure what you're saying. Is there something I can help you with today, Glenn?
Mr. Potter, I just want answers. I want the truth. Is that too much to ask?
The answers that you're looking for are going to have to be taken up with the legislature because I have no authority to change a law.
Yeah.
So you can tell me, I mean, you're obviously frustrated. I can hear that in your voice, and I can listen to your concerns all day long. But at the end of the day, I have no authority to act on your concerns.
Yeah.
So I think you need to take it up with the state and the national legislature.
Yeah, I understand that. Mr. Potter, you probably know me by now. My name is Dwayne Brothwell. And I live over here in Garden City. You probably know that already. What I'm finding out is that you guys are a corporation, you have a job, and your job is to make money. And I know you may not know that, but that's what I'm finding out. And what I'm finding out is that you listen to your commander, but you're not listening to the Constitution and the founding of our country and how to keep our liberty. All you do, and this is my opinion, but I'm going to tell you, this is what I think, is that you're only listening to your commander and you're more worried about getting paid and bringing a paycheck home for your kids, and you're not worried about the liberty of the people and how this country was founded. And what I'm finding is that it's because of your ignorance, and not just yours, but and this activity of you working for a business, because it's a business. I mean, you guys speak legalese. It's a secret language. You know, look it up. Wiktionary says it's a argot of attorneys, and argot means a secret language peculiar to thieves, vagabonds, and tramps. And there's a reason why. It's because it's all commerce. You guys are in commerce. But the thing is that you're more worried about keeping your job and getting a paycheck than you are what our country is really about. It's about liberty and freedom. Liberty being out of commerce, off of the ship. And that's what I believe, is that you guys are making money for the corporation in the guise of keeping us safe. You guys say you're keeping us safe, but I see video after video after video after video of people who are trying to ask you questions, trying to stand up for the law, and then you guys end up beating them up. And then you're saying you're fearing for your safety when the other guy's getting beat up. You know, I mean, it's not just me, but it's... Yes, go ahead.
I disagree with you, but your opinions are obviously well formulated. You've done your research. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you telling me your side of the story. I don't think we're going to reach any
All right. You may be right.
middle ground today with this conversation.
And I agree with you.
I do have a job to do, so if there's something I can help you with right now, I'd be more than willing to do that. Otherwise, I'm going to try and get back to work.
All right. Mr. Potter, I appreciate your time and your kindness. You've been a gentleman, and I really appreciate that. I'll be going, asking the city questions and such, because, this whole legal language is meant to deceive people, and I am going to get to the bottom of it. And I am going to educate people how to get their liberty back and how to exit business with you, because you guys are a corporation and this is a republic. And I am going to arm with information the people of this country, because they have been deceptively conned into contracting with your guys' corporation, your business. And we don't want to do business because you're actually not keeping the ones who are lawful, and the ones who have a higher standard than you are not keeping them safe. You're actually injuring the people that are actually more righteous. And I'm not going to say you personally, but as an entity of the corporation, Title 28, Section 3002, Paragraph 15A states that, United States is a federal corporation. But that is my 2 cents today, and I hope you have a great day, Mr. Porter.
Well, thank you very much for the conversation. It's been very interesting today.
Okay.
So, have a good day as well.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.